You are listening to the Power Hour. You are listening to the Power Hour.
Hello, everybody out there. We are so excited to announce J111's Power Hour with your host, myself, J111. I'm so excited to address the culture, address the people. For a long time, people have been a passion of mine, and just recently, I was honored to be a guest on Address the Culture, and we had so much fun. We thought, why not? Let's make this great show. Let's talk about some sensitive issues out in the world. A little bit about me. I'm a certified life coach, certified in NLP. I'm a certified hypnotherapist. I'm an entrepreneur at Spirit and Heart. Been in several different companies, several different industries, and I read tarot cards. And I kind of mix my coaching and my tarot cards. I mesh them all into one. And right now, my passion in life is healing people. And I use the tarot cards. I use hypnosis, and I use my extreme experiences to relate to people and their traumas. Because it's a struggle out there. Gosh, man, I've been through so much tragedy, and I am so blown back by the pain and suffering of the world today. It's mind-boggling, and people are hurting out there. And I feel that it's my duty on this planet at this time to help people work through their issues, work through their problems, know that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. And one another passion of mine is just related topics, world topics. We plan on talking about a host of different things on this show in this Power Hour. We want to talk about issues that might not be being spoken about. Maybe they're just a little too sensitive, but it ain't too sensitive for us. We want to speak to the world about things, and I'm going to have some guests come on here today that is very opinionated. We're all opinionated up here in J111 Power Hour. We have a wealth of knowledge. We've all been through some real hardships. And here in a few minutes, I'm going to go ahead and introduce my esteemed guests that I cannot wait to talk about a couple of things going on this planet. Because y'all, right now, it's so intense in the world right now. It's been that way for a little bit, but with everything from the COVID to the things going on in the Middle East. God, Trump, what a story that was. There's so much that's going on. UFOs. What is going on with that? And the people got to know, damn it. And we intend on getting as many people as we can to band together with this higher level frequency. So what we're going to do is take a quick little break. And then I'm going to bring on my guests, and we're going to start rolling out these topics here. And we're going to find out what the hell's going on. At least we're going to talk about it and get people's minds thinking. And with that being said, in a few minutes, we'll be back.
Fearless. She's fearless. she's not only a silence breaker, she's an author 2 times. She's funny as hell, and she's just a real one.
There was a part of the story when I talked about coming back from Dallas, him picking me up from the airport, and how he beat me in the back seat of the vehicle. And in the headline on one of the blogs, it's very popular, I'm not going to name, it said, R. Kelly ex-girlfriend says that he kicked her in the back seat of his car and said, "Bitch, stay out of my business."
Okay, so I'm a girl, so I'm going to ask a girl question.
All right.
What are you looking for in a partner? First thing that comes to your mind.
First thing that came to my mind, girth.
All right, we're back here at the Power Hour, and I'm so excited. These two people actually are some of the most incredible people I've ever met. Definitely my most favorite people here on this great earth, and incredibly, the both of them are Tauruses. I'm a Capricorn, and these two are Tauruses, and it's saying that Capricorn and Taurus are just they're like known to be best friends. Now, as bullheaded as a Taurus can be, and both of these peoples can be a little bullheaded, but we just love each other so much because I'm as bullheaded as them on occasion. But they're my favorite people to talk subjects to. So first, let me introduce my girl, the for real Karina. This girl, she is the most realest girl I've ever met. She check your ass if you need to be checked. Karina, it's so good to have you on the show today. How you feeling?
Good. How are you?
Yeah. What's on your mind tonight? What's going on?
I'm ready to debate if I have to. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh yeah, you ready to throw some verbal blows or what?
I'm ready to speak my mind.
I like to hear that. Tell us a little bit about yourself, Karina.
Well, there ain't much to tell. I'm 33. My name's Karina. I have been through a lot, but I tend to pick myself back up. I have some great people behind me right now through the struggles and stuff that I face and I'm dealing with. Thanks to you and your hypnosis, that's helping me out a lot. And I get to meet your friend for the first time too. I'm nervous about that. So I'm kind of just nervous.
It's all right. It's all right. Not to be said. All right. Well, thanks so much, Karina. Like, I can't wait to get in your head and see what you think about some of these things. So,
you've been there.
So next, I want to introduce a very special friend of mine, Anthony Pankey. We've been friends for 34 years. My best friend, brother from another mother, and incredibly, that's what I say, for a very long time, me and this man, we could not be in the same room for longer than about 5 minutes because we just disagreed on everything. But then a little time went by, and we just got a little more respect for one another, gained a little bit of knowledge. We both opened our mind and our hearts, and now we agree on most things. I would say we and Anthony not been in an argument in a long time. So without further ado,
I think we've
my boy
learned how to
Danks.
respectfully argue.
How you doing, Amp?
I'm doing great, man. How are you?
Man, excellent, man. Tell the people about yourself a little bit here, brother.
Well, like you said, I'm a Taurus, so I guess I could be a little bit of a bull.
Yeah.
40 years old, married, have a beautiful baby daughter, reside in California, worked in sales and marketing in different ways most of my life.
We like it, man. We like it. So, all right, y'all. This is a subject. So let's get on with this subject here, okay? This is something that we were talking about a little bit ago, and I want to bring it to light, okay? So, what do y'all think? In today's society here, okay, the masculine role has steadily become feminized, okay? And the shift of power seems to be taking place in a dramatic way from men to women. And that's what we're going to be talking about for the next little bit. And so, you know, it's a definitely, in my opinion, you know, if we look back in history, okay, for the majority of human history, you know, men, they would go out and go on hunting expeditions. You know, they go and they'd be gone for weeks at a time. And then the women would stay back at camp, and they would, you know, hold down the fort, take care of the kids, and they'd wait for the men to come home after a few weeks. But right for the turn of the century is when industrialization came on. Now we got men that they're no longer hunters and gatherers anymore. The men go to work for 16 hours a day and come home. They got 1 day off a week, and life just goes on like that, because, you know, in hunters gatherers days, men and boys really at 11, 12 years old, they're off the hunting expedition. They're off to be a man. You're gonna go off. You're gonna get the buffalo. You're gonna get the bear. And you're taught to be put in real extreme situations like that. That's not how it is anymore. And so now you got your boys that are, in a lot of scenarios, they're raised by mom, maybe grandma, maybe mom and auntie. And then they go off to school, and then their teachers, they're female as well. Now, and it's absolutely nothing against the feminine role, but it has, you know, in a way demasculinated men, and I guess they're getting in touch more with their feminine side of things. I don't really know. I know that there's that element to it, and then there's the element of the shift of power, because we all know that men had the ability, we're physically bigger, and that's what kept the power of men, and it kept that's what really held our power. But since that, you know, a man, you know, is still intimidated, whatever, but we can't, you know, we'll just go club some, you know, club a young lady and be like, you do what I say. No, that's not how it is anymore. And women really have taken over in a lot of respects. So I got to get your opinion, y'all. Karina, what do you think about this topic? Please let us know. I want your opinion.
Well, you're correct. You know, we do have a lot of power that some women don't really know that they have, or even try to use, or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, so back when I was married, let me see, how do I say this? Like, so I provided, you know what I mean? But I never made my man feel like, my ex feel like I was disrespectful in any way, you know, like I let him feel like he was still the man of the house, you know what I mean? Like, but I was a provider, you know what I mean? In every way. And so, like, I feel like, the women have become like the men, you know what I mean? Like honestly, I personally, like, if I was at a bar and I'm drinking and some dude got crazy me or something, I would straight out, like, expect my man to be a man. You mean, like stand up for me. You mean, like if he's straight, like, how do you say this? Like, back down. I'd probably be turned off and be like, yeah, no, I can't do this.
Yeah.
You mean, like,
Right, that masculine role. You want to see it.
Yeah, you mean, like if we're in a heated argument and I'm trying to walk out that door and tell him I'm gonna go party, you mean, like, snatch my ass up? You mean, like, no, you ain't going nowhere here. You know what I mean? Like, I can't. Girls like to test guys. They really do. They like to test guys. They like to, like, basically see if you're masculine. You know what I mean? Like, and honestly, it's turned off if you're not. So it's like, but a woman has to make sure that she let her man know that. That's very, very.
But however, now there are God knows how many guys out there that just bow down.
That's when they get walked all over, and that's when they get a little heartbroken. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, exactly. Like, my dude don't give me his balls. You know what I mean? I try, but
yeah, no. Oh no.
But it's good. You know what I mean? It's good because, like, I walk all over if that was the case. You mean, like, I'll be able to do whatever the hell I want. You know, like.
Yeah, but what you really want is for your man to own his balls and not.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah, like, you're like, oh, I'll just do whatever I want, but what you really want is for him to stand in that masculine.
Yeah, well, like, so pretty much like this ain't like the late whatever years, you know what I mean? Like women have to stay home and clean house and stuff like that. Like it's a team effort, you mean? Like so if I'm at work, you mean, and you're home, like cook dinner, clean the house, do something, you mean, like don't just sit there, you know. It's the same thing, you know. Like I'm bringing in money, you're bringing in money, but like still we have to work together. It's a team effort.
So you have contribution. Okay. Ampy, what do you think about all this?
Man, it's definitely a controversial subject. I'll say that much. You know, I can speak for my household specifically. Like I would say most of my relationships previous to my marriage, like I was always the breadwinner, making all the money, handling all the business or money side of things. But my wife, when I met her, she's got her things together in her own right. Like, so, my household's a little different, definitely. Like we both bring money in and, you know, we both have to do like house chores and whatnot. So I think it definitely makes it easier, with both people contributing in both categories for sure. So, but it's definitely a little bit of a power dynamic or different power dynamic, you know, because it's kind of like hard to have that, you know, supreme role of who's who, you know. But I feel what your girl's saying. Like if we're out and about in some full steps, well, hey, you know, that's all my department, and I got to handle business, you know, or at least get us out of the situation. So yeah,
I like
man,
that.
it's definitely evolving, right? Like I feel like when we were younger versus now, it's even different, you know. And it's I don't know, the whole feminization, like you say, it feels like they're definitely trying to water down the man, like, or even being a man is almost wrong or a bad thing, you know, like, so it's different. It's definitely a hot topic, as you said.
Well, I'll tell you what, you know, because you know, and I was talking about this earlier, you know, you could have just a bulldog dude, right? I mean, this dude might just run over people in business. He might just be a, you know what I mean? Like he might be the CEO of his company. And he's just this big bully, big guy, right? And I'll tell you what, a woman that he finds attractive and sexy come walking in that room, that man will quiver like a little toddler, dude. She'll have him wrapped around that pinky so fast, he'll be like, can I go to my friend's birthday party? That's what it's like. You know, I've seen, you know, I'm not gonna mention no name, but I saw this one rapper, you know, like this rapper, and he's this white rapper, man, and then he has a very intense woman. She's like, you ain't gonna go out. What about your family, motherfucker? You what's your family? What, your career over your family? He's like, you know, like, and I'm just like, damn, bro, like, you don't even get it. You don't even gotta go. You don't gotta go watch the game. You don't even gotta go to work. You know, not without permission. So, you know, there's that element. I'm gonna bring this a step farther. Okay. Now, I don't know that I'm going to just come out and be so vulgar, but we all know the power of the nook. The old power of the nook. And when the nook is took away, they took the nook. Oh, man. You're going to go to No Nookville. Very lonely in No Nookville. And I tell you what, it's like the land of misfit toys out there. And all your buddies are there. That's when you think twice. Look at right at the bottom of my tarot card. Cruelty. Yeah, look, it's a misfit toy right there. Look at that. He's like, cruel, an unusual punishment when they take away the nook. However, as cruel as it may be, it's quite useful. So what do y'all think about that?
I mean, I'll say I'll say something controversial too. Like I think life was easier when the, you know, when the male and female roles were more defined. You know, like I know some people will be like, oh, you can't say that, but I think it was. You know, it gets, especially like I look at my household, it almost gets confusing. You know, like who's doing what. Like I don't know. So it's kind of nice where. You got like the biblical husband and wife situation. So
Karina, what
I
you
feel
got
like
to say?
you're right. It was kind of more defined, you mean, like but I feel like the women were never really appreciated when it was like that. You know what I mean? Like they never got like what they got now, you know, like you said, Nook, you know, like a lot of women nowadays though, they do kind of abuse that part though. You mean like the music and the rap music out there, you know? Like I was listening to this girl, no names, and she's all, I could have effed your friend, you mean? And it's like don't disrespect us women like that. You mean like don't put us out there that we're like that, you know? But like Cardi B, like she's shit, you know, like and stuff. But she's like letting know, like, hey, like I'm a boss bitch still, you know, and that's where I'm at, and that's where I'm gonna be, you know, and that's what I feel like women should be like, you know. But like I said at the beginning, you have to let your man know he's a man, though, you know, like there's a respect level.
That's the balance that I think has gotten a little twisted. Is that the girl might know that she controls that whole world with you know, with the Nook. And you know, guy, he's just ready to bow down. I mean, literally, I'm looking at some of like, okay, you know, I was on a dating app for a while, and I'd read tarot cards for gals there, and you know, I've always, I mean, these guys are just like, I'll do anything, just I will change who I am. I will be someone else. And those dudes just get straight fucking doo-dooed on. You know, they're just like crapped all over. And they still take it. They still will do it. And it's like, so, you know, it's like, so I think now, you know, it's just like everything else. Now, some of these ladies, believe it or not, have taken this to the extreme measures. They've taken this power of the Nook thing way too far. And so,
it just depends.
I just want to say, so, Karina, what do you think, Karina? What do you think about these women out there that like it's kind of like, you know, the carrot in front of the donkey, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
It's always been that way, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Maybe more subtle nowadays. Like it's in your face, like everything else. But I mean, they've always had some degree of control over that.
I mean, I think it's the biggest bargaining chip on the planet. Believe it or not. I mean, if most you know, really knew how much power they had.
True.
I mean, who's really running the White House right now? Is it freaking Mr. Biden, or is it Mrs. Kamala, Mrs. Kamala? Is she running?
Don't you know that saying that a king can never run his house without his queen? You know.
Right. Or behind every great man is a good woman or a great woman.
Yeah. So she like, you know what I mean? Like so like I feel like girls that I don't know how you say it, have multiple partners. You know what I mean? Have no right holding a Nook from anybody, obviously, because they don't, you know what I mean? But like, see, I'm in a heated argument, you know what I mean? Like, if my dude snatches me up and says, "Give me a kiss," you're like, "Shut up," you know what I mean? Like, I'm giving it to him, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think I could hold back, you know what I mean? I don't think I could be like, okay, you know what I mean? I can't just hold back.
You know what? Like, and I knew this couple, and this gal, I mean, she would yell and scream so much, yell and scream constantly at her, constantly. She, you know what I mean? Like, he's just like, ugh. And you know, like I'm like one time I said, "What do you do?" That she's like, "Oh well, I like do him. I totally like do him, and I you know, like I provide like the most incredibly smoking hot woman." I'm like, doesn't he do you back? I was like, so it's kind of a moot subject. So they tell me she really thought that like just sex was sufficient enough contribution on her end for her to not only get all her bills paid, but not have to do shit either. Like nothing else. Like nothing else. You know? That was enough as contribution.
I know that a lot of women do get their bills paid like that. You know what I mean? Like I probably could have or could, but I can't be that type of woman to be able to be like, somebody asked me like, well, what do you do for a living to have that? Oh, I just have some guy. I can't do that. You know what I mean? Like, that's not me. Like
So you're saying you have integrity.
Huh?
You're saying you have integrity.
Yeah, like I had to be independent. You mean, like I pay my bills because this is what I do, or this is my career. You know, like not because some dude on OnlyFans is paying my bills. You mean, like, don't get me wrong, like OnlyFans, like if I could do that, you mean, and feel respectful still, like I would do it. You know, I'm not gonna lie. You mean, and they get some good money out of that. You know what I mean? Like hell, just for some pictures. You mean, I'm not even bashing them because like. You know, that's kind of like cool, you know what I mean? Like they're paying bills, hell yeah, but I want to be able to be somebody or be something in life instead of relying on anybody, period.
Team.
Tune in, man. What's going on, y'all? It's your girl, Lady Luck, and I'm here with the homie Big Wall, and you are now tuned in to Address the Culture, where we're addressing everything in the culture. Keep it locked.
Addressing the culture. I'm addressing the culture, huh? Addressing the culture. I'm addressing the culture, huh? Addressing the culture. I'm addressing the culture, huh? Addressing the culture. I'm addressing the culture. We gon' talk about it. Come address the culture. We gon' talk about it. Come address the culture. We gon' talk about it. Come address the culture. We gon' talk about it. Come and address the culture, huh?
Young and AZ, man. Stay tuned in, man. We just getting started, man. We addressing the culture.
Yo, so this is fact. We all know that that in Holland and in Amsterdam that prostitution is legal there, which I think it should be legal everywhere. Just because if it's not legal, it's just like I believe drugs should be legal. Drugs, alcohol, prostitution should be legal. It should be regulated and controlled. And they're put in a safe atmosphere. Anyways, story goes is this is back in the I think it was in the 13th or 14th century. I guess like a new archbishop or somebody gets voted in, and this guy, he makes prostitution illegal. Okay, well, back then this is the only way that women could make money. So the women are just furious, right? Now they go on strike by doing this. Now this is back to that power thing. So they go on strike like this. They literally cut the nook off. They go on a nook strike. No more nook for nobody until we have our jobs. Damn it. They took our jobs. We're going to take the nook. And you know what happened? 3 days later, it was legalized again. I had enough of that. Every man was just like, oh, no. So it's like, they like, well, it's like they could, join forces. All the women just join forces, be like, we ain't coming. We ain't giving y'all no more nook till you give us this seat and power.
I think if women weren't so jealous of each other, I think that would work. I mean, I think that they would actually get it. Like that's one thing that gets me about women is we all be jealous or territorial. You know what I mean? And when you're around another woman, feel less than or better. You know what I mean? Or something. But a lot of women don't understand that. You shouldn't be jealous. You know what I mean? Because like we're all individually different. Like I have something my girlfriend don't have, and she has something I don't have. So we complement each other as being friends. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like if all women looked at it like that, like I feel like if we stuck together, we could actually have a lot more power, but like a lot of women don't look at it like that. Like I don't like to look at people like competition. I look at them like, all right.
See, the thing is, that's why the power's gotten out of control. I don't think it has. These women really take it. They really kind of got a big head. They got a big head
no,
about themselves
no.
at this point. I mean, you see some of these TV shows, and I mean, it don't matter.
Maybe
You
the
could be
dude
like-
should step up. Maybe the dude should just step up. You mean it's not the women? You mean like the women? The dude just needs to step up.
Yeah, there. Now that's something, man. Are you listening out here? Now but here's the balance. You can't be disrespectful. You have to like bring it right up to that red line. Because you get disrespectful, these girls, you say something, and I swear to God, they're like trying to like pick that thing out of their freaking brain of what you said 3 years ago. You know, they ain't never gonna forget that shit.
Never.
Ever. Ain't
Never.
never forget it. They'll be like, I remember what you said. And it don't matter what they say to you. Yeah, as a man, it don't matter. They can call you every name in the book. And when you're like, but you, right, they can be like, hey, well, 3 years ago you said this. I'll be like, you said this 3 days
we're
ago.
emotional
Oh, what? We're
creatures,
just talking about
though.
the past now?
We're emotional creatures. Of course, he's gonna bug us. And you know what I mean? Hello.
No, I know, but it's just not fair.
Yeah.
You know,
Or
like,
they
not
fair,
fair.
yeah.
this isn't fair. And you know, we need a little bit more of our power back here. You know, so.
Then take it back like a man. You know what I mean? Like that, like I was saying, take it back like a man. If you want your power back, take it back. You know?
Are you hearing this, man? Are you hearing this? Take your damn power back.
Don't be
Man,
a.
coming from
Never mind. But
the freaking
you know, just
woman's
don't let them
mouth
look
here.
all over you.
She
That's all
says,
you're-
take
like,
the
you know?
damn power back. Stand and put your boots on, freaking dust yourselves off, and take some damn ownership of your life back.
Well, us women know what we're doing. We know what we got. We
Hey,
know how
now
to
this
do
needs to be highlighted. That needs to be, that right there, that's the highlight of the day. Us women,
We
as
do.
she states, we know what we're doing. Say that one more time, please.
Us women know what we're doing, and they can't lie about it. You know, we know the power we got and hold. You know, and we know how to use it. You know, so don't let some girl fool you. You mean?
Yeah, the most innocent of women that are just, you know, like this, like the most soft as a lamb, child. Behind closed doors is just like, you ready to get to that box, boy. Man, don't go in the box.
They get all 50 shades of gray real quick.
Yeah, but the man's not the dominant one.
You know what's kind of crazy is when a girl goes crazy. You mean like have you ever heard that song "Go Crazy" from Nisha? She's like, "You better help me dig a hole so we can put that bitch in." You know that like dudes would get a girl that to 5150 quick.
Okay. Now, here's the topic here. We're gonna take a couple minute break, all right? So let's talk about people going crazy, women that go nuts and just literally pull some Vanilla Sky shit on a motherfucker, right? Like literally some Vanilla Sky. Off the cliff you go. Oh, but some of us are still here to tell the tales. And we got some pretty interesting stories coming up after this.
Jeff Webster in the building.
In
Tell
the
us this
building.
amazing story.
I was a high school dropout in 11th grade, and now I have a strong background in like 7-8 different stuff. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right next to Joe Jackson. There's Michael,
Oprah Winfrey.
Oprah Winfrey,
Winfrey,
Bill
yeah.
Gates,
Yeah.
John Lennon's
John
on there.
Lennon.
There's Mandela
John
right
Lennon.
there,
Yeah.
and there's me. She go upstairs. I go in the kitchen, and all of a sudden I hear these explosions above my head, and I'm just like bleeding everywhere. I was like, and I pulled myself up and I look down and I'm literally in a massive pool of blood and water, you know? And like I go and I stand up and I go walk over and I just collapse. Like, what the hell's going on with my wife? This doctor looked at me, he's like, she's dead. I'm like, and that's when the drugs kicked in. 9111 Power Hour, and we're talking about power right now. Power of the nook. Power that has been stripped away from the masculine. Need to get that a little bit of that back. But now we're going to talk about the power of how crazy people can get when you push them past the point of no return. And I want to start with you, Karina, the realest of the real. Karina, have you been pushed to the point of scorn? Where they say, hell hath no fury.
Yeah, I have actually, you know, like I recall catching him at my friend's house, you know, my ex.
Oh,
and
no.
Yeah, at my friend, you mean like at 4 a.m, you know? I recall like I had this little Nissan Versa with stick shift, and I see his car in her driveway, so I get out of my car, you know, and this one I was able to hold a gun, and I tried breaking his windows, and it wouldn't break, so I tried slashing his tires. So I got my car, and I put it right directly in back of his, and then I zoomed right into it, and it tried to get him, so it goes through the garage. It wouldn't go, so and I could see him coming out, so I grabbed my taser, you know. I get out and I start tasing him, and I tase him like I don't know how many times, you know. And then he tried to say stop, you know, like yeah, screaming like a little girl, you know. So I throw the taser and just start going hands with him, you know. I just start getting him, and that's where he pushed me though. He pushed me there, you know what I mean? Like, don't push women. You mean like in your relationship be good, you know, like because women could be fun, you know. Just like don't.
No, women can be a lot of fun, too much fun.
Oh my Lord! Don't push me. You tase his
Don't
ass
push
and
me.
Bust his car up, but don't push me.
There's a little Nissan Versa too. I was like,
No, this isn't. But I know we're talking about crazy people here now. Now I know you got a story with a zapper, right?
I don't know that we should share that story.
Well, hypothetically saying, you know, that was a long time ago.
Yeah. That story really didn't involve a girl though, so I don't know if it actually if it qualifies for this subject. Yeah, it's you know, emotions run high when
emotions do run high when
people are cheating and doing things dirty to one another. That's for sure.
Well, remember when you had to call you over when that one young lady was going off in my house and busted a bunch of glass? She was so angry.
Oh wow, yeah, that's a good example of some scorn for sure. Like,
oh yeah, she was mad.
She destroyed a lot of things in your home, assaulted you numerous times. Like, she was threatening everything under the sun. It was crazy.
Oh yeah, she didn't care. She did not care about any consequences.
No, absolutely not. Like, I mean,
well, and here's the real deal, everybody. This is the real deal. It doesn't matter what the truth is. It only matters what they think the truth is. You know, that's all that matters. You know, I'm there. So Amp comes in, and I'm just like, like, get her away. Like, she's like freaking, I mean, looks like she drank a freaking glass of gasoline and lit that shit on fire and she was angry. Yo, yeah, Amp, but remember that though, bro? You come walking in the house, there was glass everywhere, just some busted cups, plates, window broke, and then Amp like he's so startled because she's like, she's looking like Rosie O'Donnell on a like real bad day in that part of the month. I mean, real bad. I mean,
she completely lost her shit.
Amp comes in and he trips over my freaking candle holder, this huge candle holder with like freaking this. It was all glass. All boom! It was just glass everywhere, dude.
Yeah, it was.
What'd you do?
Well, we actually had to subdue her.
Yeah, I had to subdue her.
So, like, I kind of just like grabbed a big couch cushion and just kind of laid on top of her. She's like, until she finally just ran out of juice.
No, what'd you do to get her there?
Just held her down.
Oh God, you know, and this is something that I learned the hard way. That stringing along is just not what to do. You know, not a good idea. Not a good idea. And I didn't realize at the time the consequence of what what had happened, but I actually, you know what, I've forgiven myself, but I really do feel bad about that because I've since I've had it done to me, and it really, man, that it hurts. It absolutely is one of the more painful things, the most painful thing that emotionally I've had to deal with. When somebody that you're passionately in love with, and they do that to you. So, openly I say, hey, I did do that. And I stand accountable. I have learned and grown to be a much better man, but it has driven them, especially like her. It drove her to that point where she literally, I bet you if she'd had a gun, she'd have shot me, at least attempted to shoot at me. Maybe a Pulp Fiction would have happened. And but
she was coming at you with the pole off, off of the window, and
it's crazy because
women she could grab, she was throwing it at. She was crazy.
Women tend to think that it's okay to do that, though. Like it's crazy because a man trying to act like that, he's going to jail. You know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Like period. Like they're like, but if women act like that, it's either like to some people it's cute or it's hella cool or it's like you shouldn't push her there. But like it is kind of jacked up because now I go to prison. Like me, I've even pistol with my ex. To be honest, I pistol whipped him. You know what I mean? Because that string along bullshit, you know what I mean? Like that's not cool. It's not. You lose your identity when people do that. When you get strung along, like you lose who you are because you're too worried chasing that person, and you start losing yourself, And so and it's jacked up because a lot of women know that they're doing that, and they don't think that it's affecting that other person, but it really is. You know what I mean? Like I can honestly say I've ruined somebody before too, and I had to ask him for forgiveness, not for just him, but myself, because it's jacked up to feel that way,
It's true.
That it's so true. Until it's happened to you. Sometimes that's what it needs to happen. It needs to happen so you can really feel that kind of pain. And I was reading like how do you defeat like a player? What is a player, right? So a player's main objective is to
lies. Lots of lies.
Person to fall in love with them. As soon as that person, they'll do anything. Remember our fucking boy. Oh my God, the biggest player of all who got played in the end. Hard. Oh my God, it's pathetic. Poor guy.
Karma's real.
Karma's real, bro. He got everything took. What do you have? Like 3 full-time girlfriends?
Oh, I don't even know. I swear
he had like 2 or 3, and he was like living with all of them. And he'd have one place where he lived.
I mean, dude was such a savage. He would go to the gay club, act like he's gay, to hang out with all these beautiful women, and then they're back, whatever. And then he's like, "Oh, well, actually, I was thinking about changing teams." And dude was a savage. Like the situations he put himself in to be a player,
that's
get the
nuts. Like I have some gay friends, and I love the shit out of them.
He would tell me he loved them, that the Ferraris in the shop.
Oh, the Ferraris in the shop. I love the Ferraris in the shop. Yeah, exactly. Oh my God.
Like any dude that does that, any dude that's throwing money out there, you mean like, of course they're gonna get that attention. You mean like if you had to throw money out there to get attention, then you ain't no man, dude. You mean like you ain't no.
He didn't have any money.
You're just doing that to get the money. You mean? Come on.
We were young and like didn't have a lot of money. Yeah, so
the Ferrari in the shop, you driving the mom's car.
That's some Vanilla Sky. I mean, but then in the end, right?
Oh, in the
what
end,
happened?
Oh my God, tragic.
Don't like his girl, tragic. His wife, his woman that he's falling in love with, that she ends up hooking up with his boss,
right?
And he's like, what is he, 60 years old or something? And it was not good.
Yeah, it was really bad.
What goes around comes around.
It was really bad.
Like, my heart pours out to that man. I love that guy.
I think all the women he did that to,
And he, it's sorry to even have to bring it up, but you know what?
Edit his name out of this, please.
This is the real. This is the
please
real
edit
shit.
His name out of this.
Right? You don't want your wife going, you know, and being like, and up with your boss that's like 25 years older than you.
Just edit
And
his
you see
name
him
out.
at company Christmas party and shit.
Yeah, it's pretty terrible how it ended. It's awful, man. I don't even know. Like, yeah, I guess it's just karma. You know, you do so much. You know, you hurt people as much as that, and then you know it's gonna come back. So,
well, I'll tell you what. You know, karma's a funny thing. You know, I know that I've definitely got my fair share of karma in the old dealings of the karmic wheel. It is, you know, I don't know how it goes around and comes around. You know, I don't really know how that exactly works out, but I know that things happen, man. And but you know what's so funny is how is it that sometimes you see the biggest schmuck ever, male or female, just like they have like everything, like, you know what I mean? Like they have everything. All from being a douche.
All from being a douche.
Literally,
you know,
from being a turd, being a big
strange
turd.
way women are attracted to those guys, you know, like.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, like
why come are the women attached to the turd?
Well, because so like like the whole masculine thing, okay? So like if there's a dude sitting there and he's sitting there and like being a boss, you mean like just like and you know actually he's like a little whisper behind doors, but you don't know that at the time, you know what I mean? Or you don't know the kind of duty, it's just like he's acting like a boss, so you're like attracted to it a little bit, you know, like, and then you go and kind of get to know that guy a little bit, and then you're like, oh, I messed up, you mean I chose the wrong one, you know? And that's what women tend to do that a lot, you know. But it's a whole thing, like the player thing, like you said, like get strung along, you know, and then you start like falling in love with that person, and then like you stay with that person even though they're bad, you know what I mean, even though they're toxic for you, you know, like you still stay with that schmuck because that's what you fell in love with, you know. And I've been on both sides, you know what I mean? Like when I was like a teenager to like, you know, before I got married, I was a player type, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna lie. Like I did my fair share, you know. I was kind of effed up, you know, and I got my karma pretty bad, you know. And so I learned my lesson, you know. But I used to like believe in that whole like if a man could do it, a woman could do it, you know what I mean? Like if a man can play games, I'm gonna play games, or I'm gonna get that dude before he gets me, you know. And that was my negative thinking, you know. And so being a player, it kind of sucks, but players kind of get what they want, because like I guess they know how to play the game right.
They're triggering those emotional receptors that, like, I mean, I think it's like there's this fear factor, right? They call it dread game, to be honest. Dread game is it's a tactic where it's where, you know, you're keeping one person in fear of losing the other person. And that's the stringing along tactic. It's part of it. And with that stringing, dude, like seriously, it keeps your mind so frazzled. And then it what it does, it drops your self-worth, drops your self-esteem. It makes you feel like you're walking on eggshells all the time. You know, these are all tactics of the mind game player. It's just that's like, no, I studied a lot of the psychology behind it. It's called the dark psychology or dark NLP. And I'll tell you what, these people out there, now I don't know exactly what they're all up to, but they're dangerous. That shit is some dangerous tactics, and you know, it's like people, like some people don't ever recover.
Like you said, though, it's all the power of the Nook. These guys are driven by wanting the butt, so you know this is their way to get it. You know, everybody's got their way, and you know that's the player is a way. So it all falls back on the original subject. Men are players.
Men just, you know, they get, you know, a woman might be extra gullible. I mean, you know, man, I know a young lady. This lady, and she'd probably kill me for saying this, but I'm gonna say it anyways, because this happened. So this lady, she meets this guy online, and this guy, for I think they're going on like 8 or 9 months, maybe even a year now. Now she's never ever met this dude. Okay, never talked to him on the telephone, only text message, and they have a full blown relationship, full blown. And I'm like, how much money you be giving to him? Well, like I had to get him, you know, like this. I had to get him, you know, this plane ride back from Europe because he was stranded there. I'm just like, oh my God, like chick. No, I told him if I don't talk on the phone with him until Friday, like Friday is my day. That's it. I'm done.
That's
we're
not
done.
even.
And then like
That's
Saturday
not even
goes
player.
around,
That's a scam.
we're just deciding to step
That's not
back
even
a little
player.
bit. I'm like,
That's a
step back. You
scam.
ain't even met him, motherfucker.
That's
You
a
ain't even
scam.
met him, dude. I'm like, he's
Yeah,
not
straight
real.
scam. That ain't no player. That's a scam.
That's a
That's
scam. That's
Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
it's a
individual.
scam, but she was
Yeah,
so caught. She was like, look at these emoji texts. Look at these emojis. Wow, I'm just like, dude, look at this here. This is a hand, and it's about to smack your ass up. Wake up. Wake up.
I'd be like, hey, can I be your girlfriend? You know, can I be your long distance girlfriend?
The guy, he like gave her an address. Like, he gave me a real address. I'm like, well, did you go look for it? Well, yeah. I'm like, did you see the place? She's like, well, it didn't really I couldn't find the actual place, so I just left. I'm like, you mean?
Is she still with him?
No, I swear, she still talks to him.
What the heck?
I think
That's
she
a
gives
scam.
all of her money to son. I don't know, like, and I feel bad. It's kind of sad because, is it because she's so
Low self-esteem.
Yeah, she so desires the need for human connection, any of it, and someone to tell her, because he's on there. He's like, you're the most beautiful thing I've ever laid eyes on. All text. She's never heard his voice. Months and months later, she's supposed to meet him she's been stood up at restaurants, dude, the airport. She's supposed to pick him up. He's not there. Something, he missed his flight, a great flood. Like, it wasn't his fault. Just God, just please believe me. I can't call you. My phone isn't working. I don't know what's going on.
Who is this girl? Let me give her some lessons, okay? Let me give this girl some lessons. No, I'm just kidding. Let me put her in her place. Let me tell her what's up.
No, this is real, man. And I did tarot card readings up. So I did tarot card readings around her. I said, no, he's fake. It's not real. No, look, I'll put one card right now. Let's see.
Man,
what the Urban Tarot says. What
it's probably not even a dude. It's probably a woman.
Exactly. I was thinking, it could be me. You know what I mean? I'm probably on the other side, you know?
Look at this here.
Laughing.
This is so funny. There's the Lovers, right? That's the Lovers card. Promising her this ace right here. That's the brand new start, baby. I promise. A brand new beginning. That's crazy.
That's a scam, man. That's a scam.
There's
money involved.
Scam artists.
It's a scam. Always playing games. Crazy, And
that's not
like
about
that
the
guy,
look.
you
That's
think
about
that
the money.
whoever is that, whoever that person is, like, dude, he's supposedly in Europe on some quest. You know what I mean? And he's like, I'm like, look, tell him to go in front of the damn hotel, take a picture of him standing in front of the sign, and then go back in, take a picture of him at the front desk with the card, and send those texts with, all of a sudden his camera didn't work. On his $3,000 phone.
Jay. Like, maybe you should do the hypno things or something to her. You know what I mean? Like, she needs some help. I feel bad for her.
I feel bad for her too.
I feel sorry for her. That's the word. I feel sorry for her because she knows she needs some help for real. I wouldn't be able to do that.
Well, I'll tell you what, I want to bring on one more subject here before we sign off here in the Power Hour. Now, we're gonna do this after our break, okay? Now, I want to get down, and we're talking about some political force. I want to bring some world issue here, but surrounded around the topic of alien interferences, galactic species, things of that nature, other strange anomalies. What is going on out there? We'll be back in 2 minutes to conclude this Power Hour with my wonderful guest here to talk about some serious issues.
What's going on with you, Rosette? How you
It's
doing?
our first episode, and I got my drink ready to go.
You know what I mean? Jane, those numbers now going crazy.
I'm just really proud of it. I'm getting a lot of good, great feedback.
So when I was in the group Dream, I was a teenager. We were surrounded by a lot of toxicity. So
I'll help. You don't have to explain as to why you didn't do or why you didn't do this or why you didn't do that.
And it was because of my husband standing there as my pillar of strength. That would be, the ultimate is to have my life back.
Well, Amp, it was so great having you on the show today. I know you got to get out of here. Your thoughts, your opinions, and your friendship, most of all, has been greatly appreciated. And is there anything else you want to say to the people out there? If you could say anything,
just keep pushing, people. Don't give up. And to the players out there. Yeah, you're going to get played eventually. Even the best seen it. So if you're going to go down that road, I advise you be a pimp. Be honest. Tell the truth and be a piece of shit, as opposed to lying and being a piece of shit. And your subject is true, man. It's the power shift in relationships are definitely changing, and it's a strange world we live in. That's what I'll say. So I don't know. Stand up for yourself, man or woman. And,
there it is.
Good luck to everybody out there.
From California, we love you so much. And you're right. Everybody needs to stand in their respectful power. The key word, respectful power.
Absolutely. So, I love you, brother.
Thank you so
take
much.
Care.
Amp, it's been great. Karina, I'm gonna have you on here, and we're gonna talk about a couple more things and just some interesting related topics. I'm hoping that you'll go down the road with me here on what you think about extraterrestrial life. If you've ever thought about that, or any type of other strange, crazy things that you might have seen, anything of the supernatural.
No, I believe in aliens and UFOs and Sasquatch. I believe in all that shit, actually. Loch Ness Monster, you know what I mean? I believe in all of it. I used to have pictures, actually. I wish I still had my phone from back in like 2000. I want to say 10 or 9. I was driving on Bangor Highway, and I was starting to take pictures of the sky because it was like really beautiful. The sky looked really beautiful at the time, but I'm just taking pictures and I'm driving, so I can't look at the phone, or the sky, but I'm just taking pictures. And later on I go show my dad these pictures, and my dad just starts pointing out this weird thing, like this like invisible, like UFO kind of thing, and I'm like, what the F, and it's like coming out like out of the like just word just coming out, and all of a sudden it's just like there, and it's like distant though, and it's like, oh my god, like what the heck, you know what I mean? And then driving a Wendover, there's always like this like one light that just like goes so far with you and just stops, and it's like actually by the military base. I don't know if I should be saying that, but it's like it is, and I believe that shit. I believe that shit's real, like a lot of that, everything that people think is fake is real.
Well, it's crazy because when it comes to the supernatural, right? Like anything now there's more evidence, stacked evidence, physical videos, like testimonials than any other like thing when it comes to Sasquatches, strange animals, dude. These other things, nothing tops UFOs and alien technology. And in fact, they did this case study. I was watching this documentary, and this mathematician, I can't remember, they call it, they're like Barnum effect. There's some kind of an effect, right? Some kind of an effect. So this guy is a mathematician, and he looked at like our Milky Way galaxy. Okay, now in the Milky Way galaxy alone, and we're a spiral galaxy. Okay, Milky Way galaxy alone, they have to estimate there's billions of stars, like a billion stars, suns, the size of ours, bigger. And they estimate tens of billions of planets. Okay. Now, that's just our galaxy. And in the known universe, there's 100 billion known estimated galaxies. You know, they're talking trillions and trillions of suns and planets. Now, in just the Milky Way galaxy, they're estimating that by taking the number that we know for sure that we as humans are the one known intelligent life, okay? Using that number and doing some crazy equation with the amount of planets and galaxies, planets and suns, using those numbers, they've come up with the estimate that in the Milky Way galaxy alone, that there could be and should be 10,000 advanced civilizations in our galaxy alone. Just in our galaxy. 10,000 civilizations. I mean, is that just not mind-boggling?
It is very mind-boggling. Like how we were talking before, like octopus, you mean? Their thing is not like whatever, like one of the smartest things ever. Like I actually like I believe that. I believe that.
Yeah, they said that octopuses, the scientists are not about 99% sure the octopuses did not, that their origin is not Earth-like. I mean, this is real.
It's not, you know. Like, well, they don't look like it, you know.
They got 8 brains or something like that.
That's crazy.
They're literally like 8 brains. I mean, have you seen? I mean, yeah, they're out of this world as they can camouflage or whatever. But I mean, if you think, like, there's that movie Europa or whatever they talk about. Europa is a moon outside one of Jupiter's. It's one of the more famous moons, and it's got all these cracks, all these like shatters through it. You can see what it is they believe there's an underwater ocean. I think they prove there's an underwater, so there's ocean on that moon. The whole moon's an ocean, but it's frozen over, and the gravity of Jupiter has shattered the ocean, and it's got all this water. The water spits out, and then that's what creates the pattern like over the moon. But in this movie, this little exploration team goes out there, and they all get killed by and it's an octopus creature that takes the trick, and they tricks them. Like there's all these little tricks to trick them, like literally. Like lure them in, like it's just like an anglerfish does in the ocean. Like they lured them in, like, oh my, what's this little light? And they brought them next to the little light, like whoops, snatch them, and it's crazy. But to think now, 10,000 civilizations, like we're talking times that by 100 billion galaxies. 10,000 times 100 billion could possibly be. That is the amount of intelligent civilizations, advanced civilizations that could be in the universe.
That's crazy. I mean, like different worlds, like
we're
different
talking
human beings
Star
or
Wars
different, like whatever you want to call them.
Steroids. I mean, it's just mind-boggling, and it's mind-boggling to think that we're the only civilization that exists, and you know how
I don't believe that. You know what I mean? I think that I think that actually like the scientists probably, you know, or whoever actually know that there's others out there. Because like, come on, man, I don't think that came up with Avatar for nothing. You mean? I don't think that just came out of their imagination. You know, I think that like there is, and they know it, and they just don't speak it right now. You know, and I believe that there really is civilization out there other than human beings.
Well, I mean, yeah. Well, you know, have you ever heard of the Anunnaki?
No.
So the Anunnaki, and the tale goes is this is right before ancient Sumeria. Supposedly, an alien group called the Anunnaki had come to Earth, and they were mining for gold out here. You know, gold's the most it's a conductor. So they're mining, and they back then. So we're Homo sapiens, and then there was like Homo erectus or something right before us. And they say there's this missing link in evolution, right? But supposedly the Anunnaki tried to splice. Well, they did. They spliced our genes with their genes and created clones. We're the result of that, and we turned out too smart because they were trying to make a slave race to mine gold. And they ended up making a race of people that were they were too smart, and they did it too well, and that is the missing link. And we're actually clones from aliens, from the evolution of could say monkeys, because there's solid evidence on this planet. I don't know. I was seeing 5 million year old footprints of the first possible walking ape-like creature, a creature that stood on 2 feet, and they found fossilized footprints in volcanic ash, right? So they know things went back that far, but is it possible that aliens, and we're aliens, I suppose, to some other race, but the extraterrestrial life had come to this planet, and they actually had spliced genes with humans, and we're the result of that?
I feel like that's kind of a hard thing to say in a way, because you're just like, okay, Adam and Eve, okay, like how they like okay, Jesus made it, like, you know, that whole religious thing, you know, like that it's why people don't believe into the extra to whatever, I don't even know how to say that word right now because I'm tongue tied. But like the alien thing, like, so like religion is what kind of stops it, you know, because you're like, okay, we came from Adam and Eve, that's how humans are the way they are, you know, or that's how we're not ape-like, whatever, you know. But in a way, like, you just like really think back to it, and you're just like dinosaurs and stuff, you know, like caveman and stuff were here. You mean like were they done from Adam and Eve, you know, like, so that's kind of like a weird subject to put on, you know, like because it could be religious, you know what I mean, like why it's not believed, you know, but how the hell we came in here, you know.
Well, and I mean, speaking of, like, so, you know, there's, if you watch some of these like ancient alien, you know, there's all these pictures, if you look really close in a lot of these ancient cultures, that literally there's like spaceships, there's spacecraft, men, they're depicting these people in spacecrafts. They've got you know, there's all kinds of evidence. Like they say, the Great Pyramids of Egypt. Now, they're saying that this guy they were doing an interview with him. He was one of the sacred holders of the information of ancient Egypt, which ancient Egyptian religion and culture was destroyed in the Crusades by Christianity. Is what happened, and so that was the end of that. But they say this, okay, that the guy says, well, how did the pyramids get built? The pyramids get built. This guy says they built them in 1 day. 1 day. Because there's the whole theory that they cut these big stone blocks out of this mountain, and then they drug them 50 miles over that
was in 1 day.
You know, logs. Now they said it's not even physically feasible. It's not even feasible. They say it was with crazy anti-gravity machines. Literally.
I personally, history's crazy, you know. I can't change it. Don't try and change it. Ain't really whatever, you know. But come on, like, people, no, you know what I mean. Like, I don't believe it.
Doesn't, when the most incredible stonemasons on the planet, we're talking 30-year stonemasons, cannot, even with all modern technology, they cannot tell you how the pyramids were built, or some of these ancient structures. Cannot tell you how to do it.
I think that, like, a lot of people or whatever know that we're being lied to, pretty much. You know what I mean? Like, because if you go to like Area 51, and you're not even allowed to speak that shit, pretty much. You mean, like, you're not allowed to, the people that work there are not allowed to talk about it, you know. And it's like they don't get fired. If they get fired, probably end up dead. I don't know. Like, I don't know how that shit works, you know. But there's a lot of shit that we're not told. You mean, like, that they know. There's a lot. Like, I personally, like, am not traveled and stuff, you know. So I can't say, like, I've experienced life and I know all these things. But, like, just by watching news or listening to people, you know, like or just hearing stories from everybody, I just feel like we're being lied to, you know, and people that want to explore, go ahead and explore. I'll sit here in my house and just continue watching and guessing and trying to figure out, you know, because that can be scary stuff.
Well, see, I just drew. So I agree with you right there, you know, and so I just drew a couple of tarot cards just in my head. I'm sitting here thinking to myself, you know, what's going on? Give me something. I want to talk about something about alien, you know, and so the first card that fell out is this card, it's failure. Because you know what? I'll tell you, if we knew what was really happening, okay, this is a failed mission as far as humankind is concerned, because we're supposed to live in abundance. We're supposed to be living within celebration all of the time. That's how humankind were intended and were designed until very low frequency individuals have taken over this planet, unfortunately. And it's very unfortunate that the human design, I believe, and that's what I believe, human design, the true human design, we're within 100 years of it being completely stripped because of cyborgs. Okay, we're part human and part machine. No, I'm serious. They've already Elon Musk already, dude's got prosthetic hands or like hearing devices or eyes that it's literally you literally are part machine and part human. But the thing is that those devices can send different frequencies. They can start to manipulate and control your brain. And so the thing is I really I pray for humanity. I hope that because I believe that we're so close to our galactic people, we don't realize how connected we are to extraterrestrial life and how much bigger this is than anybody really thinks that it is. Why are these ships just appearing? What is going on out there? Like,
I feel like they made drones just to hide out really other things. Do you know what I mean? Like how there's always drones everywhere now, I feel like they made those just so they could actually have the real things that are coming out, are coming out. So they're trying to like hide that, from us.
Yeah, like, they no longer can say it's a weather balloon. At least now they can say it's a drone. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Like, because I've seen some stuff in the sky. I didn't feel like we're drones or airplanes, but who am I, Like, I ain't trying to ruin anybody else's imagination stuff, but like, I try to open my eyes to that kind of stuff, but then again, like I said, that kind of stuff's scary. Like I'm not trying to change anything.
Yeah, I say like, just try to enjoy your life as much as possible. Be a good person, and then things should work out. But something's brewing out there, and it has been brewing. That UFO sightings have gotten much more intensified over the last 10 to 15 years, especially with the invention of the smartphone abilities, people can record it. And things have really amplified with the UFO. And okay, so there's like this movie, it's called Unacknowledged. Unacknowledged was by a guy that worked for the U.S. Defense Department. And he knew everything about this subject, right? It was crazy, the evidence. But now then he made a second video. You can actually go out with this dude on a UFO tour, and he had video of this it was crazy, literally. And maybe it's Photoshop, I don't know. But there was this little man alien, this little dude came out of a portal, and he waved and zapped back into another one, he was traveling through time. I don't know. It was just wild, dude. And what they're saying. Even he's saying that he could connect with, and people could connect with galactic counter type and extraterrestrial life with faster than the speed of light, the speed of thought, which is instantaneous. Light goes 286,000 miles per second. He's claiming the speed of thought is instant, and so. It's a very interesting subject that I think the lid's going to be blown. So the lid is about to get blown. And I think that disclosure is about to happen. I think people need to hear it. It's a bleak world out there, and it don't have to be. Something needs to come back down here, and that's what I think, and kind of take things over. In a positive way.
Okay, I would say take things over how?
Well, did you know that they've done all these. They've got evidence of when we've tried to explode nuclear weapons in space, and that supposedly was a treaty done by the aliens and the government or something, where they said no exploding nuclear weapons in outer space. It'll cause some crazy chain reaction to something. It could they really could implode, do something
like asteroids and stuff. Like what?
Well, it's a chain reaction of atoms splitting, right? And here on the planet, like in space, the physics are different. So if you were to explode a nuclear weapon in space, the yield of the power would be much greater than it would be here on Earth. And so I guess that there's documents where men have tried to explode, the military have tried to explode nuclear weapons in space, and they've deactivated somehow, some way. So getting back to what would have to happen? Something would have to happen to make our weapons useless, so we'd stop killing each other. It's really what it would be. It would have to be, So, yeah, I hope, because I think that's the hidden truth, in my opinion. That is what's really going on, and it's been hidden from us for thousands of years. And damn it, I want the truth. I want to know where we came from. I want to know how it came to be. And I think that it's way bigger than religion. I think it's way bigger than what they've shown us. I think they keep us dumb. I think the powers that be keep us way dumbed down. And it's sad. It's sad, but I think that we need to come out and we need to expose some of these subjects. People are doing it, but I'm going to be one of those people to say we're going to come out. We want to expose, and we want people to think. This is called freedom of thought. You shouldn't be afraid to think. You shouldn't be afraid to ask questions. You shouldn't be afraid to think outside the box and look differently at the world and look differently at what you know to be right or wrong, to be real or to be factional or not. How do you know? What is history? Is it just his story? Or is it actually accurate, documented, factual evidence? The real facts are that we don't know, that these texts and things that have been given to us and been told this is factual are actually not factual. They are actually manipulated. They are geniusly put together to guide the human mind into going a certain place and live under certain thought. And I think that I think it has something to do with alien technology. Why the heck? What does it need to be this big cover up? Why?
I feel like the government actually has like a lot to do with a lot of things. You know what I mean? But I feel like they don't want us to exactly know the most of this stuff, because history won't be real or true, or the religion won't be there, and religion is what kind of keeps us all segregated in different areas, and so I just feel like once we know where we really came from, I feel like there will be no really more religion really. I think it caused a lot of conflicts and stuff.
Yeah, you might be right. It'll challenge to the core of our foundation of who and what we thought as humans, what we've been grown up and led to believe, and what is right and wrong, what is real and not. This is where everything is going to change. Maybe that's why they've kept it under such,
you know what, so for instance, you know, like Santa Claus and the Easter Bunny, you know what I mean, like we were born and grew, like was growing up to really believe that, you know what I mean, like, and it was for our protection, you know what I mean, like not to be hurt or not, like whatever, like we just had to believe it, because I think that's just like what everybody does, you know. So what if we're just trying to be protected, you know, like what if they're just trying to protect us, you know?
Well, according to the information that I've read, 97% of alien species are actually not violent. In fact, they don't even know what war is. They don't even know what war is. They don't even have means to protect themselves. There's no need for it. They don't have money. The money is the slavery.
A lot of that shit's here. Like a lot of things are all hearsay. You know, me and you both don't know if that's what it is. You know what I mean? We don't know if aliens are dangerous or if they're not dangerous. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we don't know if they carry guns or they don't carry guns or laser guns or whatever the fuck it is that they put on movies. You know what I mean? But I feel like that alien thing like is a touchy subject with the government because the government knows.
Well, see, I think this is such a big deal. You know, well, but one thing I do know is that the current scenario with human beings. Now we know that there's like, look, out of every story that's ever been told, anybody's ever told, some of it has to be actual facts. People been abducted, alien sightings, things of that nature. We gotta say, aliens are real. This is like extraterrestrial life is real. Now, if it's real, these cultures are out there flying around on spacecraft, okay, abducting folks. Why have they just not come here and just taken the planet over? Why not? They're so advanced. To me, it's because they've already taken it over. They are the shadow government. They are the secret shadow government that sits at the very most elite table. It's that is what's really going on.
Hey,
why would they just take us over? Maybe they already have, we don't know about it. Yeah. Well, I just say, you know, I guess in the end of the day, you still got to enjoy your life. You know, you still have to enjoy your life. Now, we're gonna wrap this up here. And it's been a great conversational piece. I've really enjoyed it. And Karina, I want to say thank you so much for your time today and for your strong woman abilities and just for being you out there and standing as a proud, amazing woman who I personally admire. And for all women, that I believe you really stand as a shining light to all women and someone that can be looked up to and be shown how to be strong and respectful and have knowledge the way that you do. And so before I let you go, is there anything that you'd like to tell the culture, the public?
Yeah, sure. Just to like all you women, you know, keep putting yourself up, you know, but still respect your man. You know, just your relationship will all be good. You know, like if you still show your man respect, you know what I mean. Like, the extra testosterone, whatever the heck how you say that word. Just keep being curious. Don't go researching though. You know, because it could be bad. Who knows?
Hey, I really like you just said there. Keep being curious. That to me is going to be here. Really, where I want to say, curiosity killed the cat. Maybe so, but it also got us to where we are today. Is curiosity. We're saying no. There's got to be something else, and we'll deal with the consequences. If there are any, maybe they'll be good. Keep being curious. I like that so much. Stay strong as a strong woman. Respect your man at the same time. Let him live in his masculine. But respect yourself as a woman at the same time. And don't be pushed around.
Don't be pushed around, period.
Coming from the realest.
You know your
real.
power.
Thank you so much, Karina. And I'm sure we'll have you on the show again in the future. Thank you so much. So, to all the good folks out there, this has been just such a delight to even come on for this first episode. And anybody that gets to listen to this, coming from me personally, I love all of you. You know, I think that everybody has a great piece to who they are. Keep laughter as the highlight of conversation. Keep things light. Laughter is so important, everybody. Keep things fun and funny. Appreciate one another. And I want to conclude with this here. To get value, you have to give value first. So it's real easy to give value. Whenever you have the chance, every day, wherever you may be, compliment the person that's in front of you. Tell them they have a nice shirt. Tell them that they have nice eyes. You might just save somebody from walking off a bridge that day. I mean, literally. Go out there, be positive. It spreads just like the negative does. Positivity attracts, and actually, people want to be around positive people. I'm going to leave it at that. Stand in your power. Don't let yourself get pushed around, but have a balance of respect for everybody. Stay curious. There's a lot more to this life and to existence, the existence of everyone, the existence of everything. There's so much more out there. Do not fall in the trap of staying within the box. That one answer is the only answer. Stay curious and give value, and then you'll get value. Throw somebody a compliment. I love all of you out there. I can't wait to come on and see you again. And until next time on the Power Hour, this is J111 signing out. Good night.
So boy.
Scratch.
Dressing the culture, I'm adjusting the culture, huh? Adjusting the culture, I'm adjusting the culture, huh? Adjusting the culture, I'm adjusting the culture, huh? Adjusting the culture, I'm adjusting the culture. We gon' talk about it. Come adjust the culture, we gon' talk about it. Come adjust the culture.
Drink, vibe, drink and get your boy Big Wall.
And P Stock here, you know, for addressing the culture. It's that time.
You are listening to the Power Hour. You are listening to the Power Hour.